Hey dudes, Silversoltis here, and today I'm back with another top 5 video for your viewing pleasure. As you're all aware, Phase 4 has officially arrived, giving us all a fantastic new catch-up raid. And though I'm sure most of us have already beaten the Blood God Hakar into a bloody pulp several times by now, I doubt many of us have collected all of the items that we need from this troll city. Given that some of the items in Zul'Gurub are so powerful compared to what's available in the likes of Molten Core and Blackwing Lair, raiders will no doubt continue to raid this place for months to come. So, in celebration of this new content, I thought it might be fun to discuss what I feel are the best item drops one can obtain in ZG. In order to make this list interesting, however, I'll only include items that are immediately equipable drops from the bosses, as certain items like the Zandalarian Hero Charm from the Heart of Hakar quest, and the Primal Hakari idols used for the head and leg enchantments are simply too amazing to compare with. Also, I'll not include more than one item from Hakar, as the final boss of a raid always has the best loot, and it would be pretty boring to just list off his entire loot table. Finally, I can't stress enough that this top 5 list is entirely my opinion, so feel free to share your own top 5 ZG drops in the comments down below. And hit that subscribe button while you're there for good measure. But yeah, with those disclaimers out of the way, let's get right into the list. Number 5. The Zul'Gurub Tigerhide Cloak. A drop from the second boss of Zul'Gurub, the Zul'Gurub Tigerhide Cloak starts off our list with an absolute bang. This cloak is awesome for all physical DPS classes: rogues, warriors, hunters, and more. Considering that until this point, good quality melee cloaks were pretty scarce at endgame, and only one other cloak had plus hit on it, it's a welcome addition to just about everyone's character screen. So yeah, even though it isn't much to look at, this cloak is awesome. And with how easily it can be obtained, it definitely deserves a spot on this list. Number 4. The Primal Blessing Weapon Set. Have you ever hit something so hard that you turned into a freaking tiger? No? Well, now you can. The Dual Fist Primal Blessing Weapon Set, Dekal's Grasp and Arlok's Grasp, is without a doubt one of the coolest pairs of items throughout all of Zul'Gurub, and possibly Classic itself. These items drop from 2 of the High Priests that must be defeated as you progress through the raid, Dekal and Arlok. And though their stats aren't really anything to write home about, they provide decent damage and speed for fist weapons, and have an ultra cool proc that turns you into a beefy tiger man. What's not to love about these weapons? They're great! Number 3. Zanzil's Concentration. Taking the number 3 spot, we have the Caster DPS ring set, Zanzil's Concentration. At first glance, these items seem pretty lackluster. Just 11 spell damage, some intellect, and a paltry amount of MP5. However, these rings are all about one thing: that spell hit. When one equips both the band and the seal, you're looking at a whopping 3% spell hit, putting your caster a good portion of the way towards your hit cap. And if you combine these rings with the newly introduced Bloodvine garb crafted by tailors, you can pretty much rest assured that your spells won't be resisted, meaning bigger numbers and even better parses. Honestly, all of the ZG ring sets have their perks. Lots of healing and stats on the Primalist rings, great stamina and defensives on the Overlord's Resolution, and decent hit and crit on the Seal and Band of Jin. However, the sheer amount of spell hit, the most valuable stat for a caster DPS by far, makes this particular pair of rings just that much better, in my opinion. And that's why it's up here at number 3. Number 2. Zenrock, Destroyer of Worlds. Alright, I have to say again that all of Hakar's loot is amazing, so this was really hard to narrow down. However, I absolutely had to give the number 2 spot on this list to Zul'Gurub. This epic two-hander from the Blood God himself is most definitely the most iconic weapon within the Troll raid, even more so than that snake staff from the Panther boss that I personally adore. Looks-wise, it's no contest. This item is a beast. It's massive, glowy, and it has jagged edges, making it all that much more intimidating when you see a warrior charging at you with it. But more than the looks, the stats on this weapon are insane. For an item that drops in a 20-man raid that can be pugged easily in under 2 hours, 72 attack power, and a solid 3.8 weapon speed is pretty nuts. And really, the only two-handed sword that compares to this monster is the infamous Ashkandi that drops from Nefarian in BWL. So, whether you're playing a hunter or a DPS warrior, you can bet you'll be excited to see this weapon drop from Hakar's beaten down corpse. But no matter how amazing Zul'Gurub might be, it's still only number 2 on my list. Before we get to number 1 though, here are just a few honorable mentions. Number 1. Literally everything off of Jindo the Hexer. Oh, plot twist. In sifting through all of the items in Zul'Gurub, I came to realize that one boss in particular has the absolute greatest items in the entire instance. So many awesome pieces of loot, in fact, that I couldn't choose any one of his drops for this spot. Jindo the Hexer, the optional second-to-last boss of ZG, is an immensely fun encounter that provides the biggest challenge in the instance, other than perhaps Hakar and his trash. And while most of us currently raiding ZG regularly can probably steamroll him with our BWL gear, he still drops some of the most amazing items in the entire raid. First off, his epics are, quite literally, epic. Jindo's Evil Eye and Hexer are 2 of the best healer items until Anchorage, even outranking most BWL items. His Bag of Whammies offhand and Judgment Staff offer lots of spell damage, and again, that coveted spell hit stat that all casters love. But his amazing loot table doesn't stop there, as the blues are great too. The Hexer's Cover, Bloodstained Coif, Blood-tinged gloves, blood-soaked gauntlets, and more are all excellent items that anyone would be hard-pressed to replace anywhere other than in the highest-end raids. So, no matter what your class is, Jindo is your man, Mon. Oh yeah, and he also drops the idol for the enchant on top of all of that good loot. So, yeah, it's pretty much no contest. Jindo's entire loot table is definitely my number 1. So, there you have it. My top 5 Zul'Gurub drops. Honestly, this list was really hard to make, as ZG has just so many amazing item drops. And even though I sort of cheesed the number 1 spot, I think that fact only stands as a testament to how excellent this raid's loot is. Blizzard clearly learned from their itemization mistakes by the time Zul'Gurub was conceived originally, and I think I can speak for everyone when I say that we all appreciate it. No matter what class you play, or what content you enjoy, you can definitely get some great items here. Be it the gear, sets, enchants, or even just the consumables. All around, it's pretty great. But anyway, that's it for today. If you like this video and would like to see more in the future, why not subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. While you're down there, leave a comment letting me know what your top 5 drops in ZG are as well, since I'd love to hear what you have to say. Follow me on social media for updates when I release new content as well, and if you like written content, check out my blogs over on Blogspot. In any case, thanks for watching, enjoy Zul'Gurub, and as always, take it easy, guys.